Stop everything. What I'm about to tell you will change everything you think you know about the NFL landscape. You've heard rumblings, perhaps even whispers, but it's time to pay close attention. There's a seismic shift brewing, one that involves a superstar player, an elite talent, who is undoubtedly one of the best in the league. Right now, in offices across the NFL, there's pandemonium. Phones are ringing off the hook, executives are in emergency meetings, and confidential memos are flying across desks. Why? Because my sources have just confirmed something huge, something that could redefine what we know about gridiron excellence. The kind of news that prompts teams to scramble, strategize, and seize the opportunity of a lifetime. And what is this monumental revelation? Well, let's just say it's enough to send shockwaves through the entire NFL community. So hold on tight as we peel back the layers of this unfolding drama. Trust me, you'll want to be the first to know who this game changer is. Keep watching because the answer is closer than you think, and it's going to knock your socks off. Now let's set the stage with the team at the center of this frenzy, the Chicago Bears. The Bears are a storied franchise with a rich history, yet they've found themselves in a championship drought that's been hard to swallow for their legions of fans. Despite being a team with a proud legacy, recent seasons have been a roller coaster of hope and heartbreak. Under the leadership of new head coach Ben Johnson, the 2025 season showed promise. With an 11-6 regular season record, the Bears made it into the playoffs for the first time in over a decade, and even won a wild card game against their longtime rivals, the Green Bay Packers, a win that was celebrated as a major triumph. However, their journey was cut short when they fell to the Los Angeles Rams in a grueling overtime battle in the divisional round. It was a crushing blow for a team that had begun to feel the taste of success. The Bears, now laser-focused on building a roster that could sustain playoff success and push for a Super Bowl, know they are missing a few critical pieces. They've been searching for months, meticulously evaluating their options, knowing that the window for success in the NFL can be fleeting. In clandestine meetings held late at night, away from the prying eyes of the media, key decision-makers have been plotting their next move. Encrypted calls have been placed, and private jets have been dispatched, all in pursuit of fortifying the team's weak spots. It's not just about player stats, it's about finding that perfect fit to elevate the Bears to the pinnacle of the NFL. And then, they found HIM. This player was everything they needed and more, a solution to their defensive struggles and a catalyst for change. But who is this mystery man? Drumroll, please, because the player at the heart of this blockbuster trade rumor is none other than Alex Singleton. Yes, Alex Singleton, the powerhouse linebacker currently rampaging the field with the Denver Broncos. Singleton is a name synonymous with tenacity and tackling ferocity. Let's talk numbers. Singleton led the Broncos in tackles during the 2025 regular season, amassing a staggering total of 135 tackles, with 54 of those being solo tackles. That's the kind of defensive presence that makes offensive coordinators lose sleep at night. He's been a tackling machine, with a career high of 163 tackles in 2022 and consistently posting seasons with over 100 tackles. His ability to sniff out run plays and stymie the opponent's ground game is unparalleled. Singleton's career hasn't just been about quantity but quality. He's known for his playmaking in run defense, his adeptness at forcing fumbles, like his recent forced fumble against the Buffalo Bills' James Cook, which was a pivotal moment for the Broncos' defense. Despite being an inside linebacker, his knack for reading plays also makes him effective in pass defense, as evidenced by the 4 passes defensed in the 2025 season alone. At 32, Singleton's age might raise an eyebrow or two, but let's not overlook his sheer resilience and dedication. The man came back stronger than ever after a torn ACL in 2024, proving that not only can he recover, but he can excel post-injury, playing a full 16-game season in 2025. His leadership and durability are vital assets on and off the field. Now about his contract. Singleton signed a 3-year, $18 million contract extension with Denver back in March 2023, which is set to expire after the 2025 season, making him an unrestricted free agent. This status is creating buzz across the league, with many teams licking their chops at the prospect of landing such a seasoned veteran. His market value remains high, and Denver is likely to pursue a short-term extension given his defensive contributions and familiarity with their scheme. Yet the allure of a new challenge and potentially a larger role could sway him. For the Chicago Bears, Singleton could be the perfect piece to complement their evolving defensive strategies. Imagine him bolstering a defense that's been seeking a cornerstone player, a leader who can guide the next generation of Bears while still delivering stellar performances himself. His presence in Chicago could electrify Soldier Field, revitalize the fan base, and instill confidence throughout the organization. Behind the scenes, there's a flurry of activity, and not just within the Bears organization. Executives around the league are watching closely, with some even trying to meddle in the potential deal. One prominent NFL insider calls the Bears' general manager a genius, masterfully weaving his magic behind the scenes to land Singleton. "You've got to give credit where it's due," they added. "The Bears are playing chess while others are still figuring out checkers. Rival teams aren't just sitting idle. They're reportedly engaging in efforts to block the deal, through strategic leaks and media campaigns aiming to pump up the stakes. The Bears, however, are undeterred, knowing that acquiring Singleton would represent a significant step forward in their quest for glory. From a financial perspective, the Bears have been astute in managing their salary cap, putting themselves in a healthy position to accommodate Singleton's contract demands. The money could not only secure his signature, but also go towards further enhancing their facilities and future signings, creating a long-term vision of success. Singleton's deal could include performance bonuses as well, such as $500,000 for surpassing 100 tackles in a season, or $250,000 for each forced turnover, adding a competitive edge to his contract terms. Head coach Ben Johnson could hardly contain his emotions at the thought of Singleton wearing a Bears jersey. "I've been dreaming of a defense led by a player like him," Johnson was overheard saying. "His leadership, his grit, it's exactly what we need." Turning to the financial and scheme analysis, let's break down how Singleton's addition would impact the Bears' salary cap. The Bears, keen on structuring the deal efficiently, would likely spread Singleton's salary over several years to mitigate any immediate financial strain. Bonus structures, front-loaded contracts, or even incentives-based clauses could ensure that while Singleton gets paid, the team's flexibility remains intact. Scheme-wise, Singleton would slot in as a key figure in the Bears' defensive front seven. He'd replace or complement existing players who lack the same leadership and reliability, offering both stability and explosiveness. Singleton's fit in the Bears' scheme is as much about his physicality as it is his football IQ, ensuring he can adapt to various defensive calls and thrive in multiple situations. His presence could turn the Bears into a formidable Super Bowl contender, reshaping their defense into a force that could rival any in the league. Now, as we come to a close, let's paint a picture of what lies ahead. The team's owner was quoted saying, "We're not just building a team, we're building a dynasty." A sentiment that resonates deeply with the fans, who are already lighting up social media with excitement. Twitter and Instagram are ablaze with hashtags like Singleton to Bears and Bear Down, as the fan base rallies around the possibility of seeing Singleton in a Bears uniform. In these next 48 hours, what transpires will be crucial. So imagine this: Alex Singleton donning the navy and orange, commanding the defense on the iconic Soldier Field. Chicago, a city with a rich sports heritage, roaring in approval, ready to support their team all the way to the Super Bowl. The potential is limitless, the excitement palpable. Drop a comment, "I want HIM" or "Nah," subscribe and share the news, because if this deal goes through, it won't just be a win for the Bears, it could redefine their legacy. Alex Singleton in Chicago Bears colors, can you imagine it?